So, but it was a hell of a ride for a decade and a half, and I wish I had $1 for every time somebody would ask, do you think the show's coming back? I was like, I can't answer that. I mean, hell, they brought Roseanne back. I don't see why they couldn't bring us back while we're still kicking, at least most of us. But that's up to the muckety mucks at Adult Swim. That's up to Keith Crawford and Mike Lazo. Those are the guys who run Adult Swim, at least as far as last I checked. I don't know. I don't get many calls from Adult Swim anymore, but we are doing a new show on Nickelodeon. Well, it's not new anymore. It's almost a year old now. It's called Welcome to the Wayne, WTTW. It started last July, actually. My character's name is Jonah Bishop. Dana Snyder's character's name is Wendell Wasselman. And Dave Willis's character's name is George the Doorman. And we all sound similarly like the Aqua Teens. My character actually has another side to him, but I can't really talk about that. That's a bit of a secret. But yeah, so it's toned down for the kiddies. So we've gone from the adult pool to the kiddie pool, but we're still swimming. I'm just trying not to drown. So, next question. Yes.
Yeah, my outlet's mainly video games. Yesterday I took a video game voiceover acting panel.
Really?
You mentioned about the globalization, really, of your market, your industry. Having been there since, I'll call it the beginning, since the 90s, before the internet age really got pushing, how has it changed? Like, do you find that it's a very competitive place? A lot of people want to do what you do.
It's easier now to get into it. I'm not saying it's easy to get into, but it's easier to access it now. See, when I first started, I had to physically go to a studio, record my demo reel, get an engineer, mix it, cut it, add the sound effects and music. I went to a studio called Cat's Paw. That I don't know if it's still there, but the engineer made it sound great. So I walked around with a digital audio cassette, you know, those little DATs. I walked around with one of those for almost 2 years before I knew what to do with it. So I finally pressed it into CDs, started mailing it out all over the place, you know, snail mail. You know, now you can, if you have a good computer at home with a good high-speed internet connection, a decent microphone, and a soundproof room, guess what? You can do voiceovers from your basement.
Sure.
I met a guy who's doing movie trailers from his parents' basement. I'm like, you son of a, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you know, it's a different world now. It's instant access. You're sitting at home. My girlfriend, for example, back there, hi, baby. She works from home. She's tech support for a company. And, oh, I feel so sorry for her commute every morning. She has to roll out of bed, go make the coffee, and sit down, and boom, hello, thank you for calling. You know what I'm saying? But that's the world we live in now. Everything is instantly accessible. And I would love to get into doing VOs for video games. If you know anybody, let me know.
I'll be sure to do that.
Absolutely. But we did a video game, Zombie Ninja Pro-Am, if you remember that one, for the PS2. The game's ratings board wanted to give us an A rating for adults. I don't know why. I couldn't get past the first level where you fight Carl in the golf course. So I gave it away to some kid. Hey kids, want a video game? I sat down and gave it to him. I was like, I can't play this thing. You know what I'm saying? So, but it was fun doing it. And before I was doing Frylock, I actually did a soft core hentai anime, Japanime, called Very Private Lesson. And I played the coolest kid in school and the nerdiest kid in school. But if you look in the credits, they spelled my name wrong initially. So I think maybe that's why I thought, this is it. I'm gonna start doing VO overdubs for Japanese anime. This is my dream. This is it. And nothing else happened after that. And I was like, if you look at the credits for the movie, when it initially was released, it says Carey Means or something like that. Is this character and that character? I was like, they spelled my name wrong. Dang it! They finally got it right when they re-released it, I guess, on DVD or whatever. But yeah, it was fun doing that. And it's just a blast creating a character basically out of thin air. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people think that you always have to do all these different character voices. You don't. What you need to really focus on is your everyday voice. That's really what's going to get you to work. You know? And if you can do these characters, then fine. Get 2 demo reels together, one with characters, one with commercial.
With the ease of access and the barrier of entry to try and to make it basically coming down and being easier than ever, do you think